How much is $10 million in CDs?
My calculator is my phone number error. No, but honestly, especially looking at the money involved. This is Drake we are talking about. Drake the money.
Is this CD that
this is money you go take bets on March one night.
Well, and there have been stories where he bets million
Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
This is Drake we are talking about. Do you know his worth?
No, but Drake is under 100 million. No.
But that guy get money on other things, so he get plenty money. We prospect today.
Let's see how much Drake.
Find out, and then the boomer.
So legendary Ghanaian rapper Brafo is suing popular Canadian rapper Drake for sampling his 2003 remix of Oyo Hene on his song "Calling My Name" off the Honestly Nevermind album. Now, in the documents presented to a court in New York, Brafo stated that Drake infringed on his copyright when he sampled his song without permission. Says defendants released the infringing work on June 17, 2022, despite the fact that an agent of one or more defendants had previously contacted Brafo seeking to obtain Brafo's permission for the use of the copyrighted work in the infringing work. See, infringing work, wumsa. Wow. So it also goes on to say Brafo never granted defendants permission to use the copyrighted work, and the infringing work was released mere days later, part of the document read. Also goes on to say the Ghanaian rapper indicated that Drake and other defendants, following the release of Calling My Name, has greatly benefited from his work. To date, so they've given some rundown saying that the music has been streamed over 4.1 million times already on YouTube, streamed over 47,442,160 times on Spotify, and streamed tens of millions of times on Apple Music. And so calculation new woman, among others, Brafo is seeking damages in an amount not less than 10 million. Sorry, 10 million chicken damage.
The man is worth 250 million.
Eggs. Now you understand what I'm talking about.
250 million.
They've given us the breakdown in Ghana cedis right there. It's
so 10 million is 118 million 536,000 Ghana cedis.
But you know, this is what my problem is.
Where's your problem?
You see, in fact, let's take a listen to
the song,
the sampled ones and all that.
Yeah.
And then we'll be right back to talk about, because this is not the first time somebody take Chukam. Well, he will pay. He will cash out.
He will pay. Especially when they reached out as well. So I think they're winning.
And by the time the money go come inside, the common tax and things for inside. Never can on you understand where I'm coming from?
No, I'm sad.
But
it's enough money, I think.
I know, but well.
Let's play it first, and then we'll come back.
Lawyer feature
Jaisa. Because they did say that, publishing company is part, like, they did some breakdown, so yeah.
If lawyers enter that money for you, you go understand your JJ. Meanwhile, you have a clear case.
No,
but lawyer go make
sure there was an infringement, yes. There was a taking of some intellectual property, yes. But how large was that a contribution to the actual song is another question altogether. And that would show how much you deserve in court. So 10 million is a good amount. I don't think you over that will be. Maybe tiny too. Aleche.
Charlie, everybody go chop for inside.
Yeah, they do.
10 million dear, days.
10 million days. 10 million.
Go for him. Go for him. Like drink this.
For everything he's
like
worth.
15 million. Okay.
Giovani.
Let me give you another instance. Not be here with day. Wait.
And then what happened?
Yeah. Not be here with day. Mr. Easy say this you Bad Bunny for from this thing. Take Joe Boy.
I remember.
How much? Make us see how much he has now. Mr. Easy, Joe Boy, Bad Bunny. How much? Google, how much?
Yeah, so Google will just tell you.
Yes. How much are we looking at?
Google, what are you saying? We're waiting.
This one tell us say they will reserve our makeup what? No.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't makeup. And actually, he waited for when I think he had been.
The World Cup,
I think an awards, something like that.
Yeah, the Grammys.
The Grammys. And then
you see, let me give you another one.
Okay.
There was a Vogue lawsuit against Drake and 21 Savage.
Wow.
They used the Vogue cover to promote their album. And then they both physically and digitally they took it off, and then they had to settle out of court for the trademark infringement.
Yes, I think out of court.
Do you know how much Vogue was asking for?
No.
How much?
4 million.
Which year?
Last year.
The standard.
No. But it's 4 million.
No.
So you are thinking,
they settled this year.
No, but wait.
But Vogue is a brand that doesn't allow you to do certain things. So it's the same intellectual property and the same copyright infringement. But they charged or asked for 4 million.
Okay.
But we're also talking about. I'm just stating that the 10 million
is a lot.
It's a lot, but it's enough. I don't think they should have gone beyond 10 million.
Okay.
To be honest. It's a stretch, but then at least you know that you're comfortable.
We need some legal
you asked for 10 million
of this and what they're entitled to, what they're likely
to walk away with.
Because I consider the economy I'm coming from.
So you want more?
I considered family matters.
So you wanted more?
So
family matters.
And I considered the brand that has been still for a while. Because
retirement money.
You understand? So I'm looking
Someone
at
actually said the same thing.
I am looking at something that will settle our legend for good.
No, but
I'm adding emotions to law.
So 10 million is bad.
No,
10 million is too little.
No, what I mean is that the people that did the 10 million body like compound house. No,
but by the time I'll bet to see on Mukata one way,
they'll be left with a lot for you. You can use 1 million to settle everybody.
We need 3 houses in a prime location in the name of Raffle. We need a studio from this money. We need a concert out of this. And in fact, there's a broader conversation to be had, especially with the whole. We sent an email to. I mean, this is in no way to justify what Drake's team did with Obrafo, but there is a conversation people are having on social media. The fact that they sent an email
and he didn't respond.
It's a Ghanaian view.
Yes,
but they actually did also address the fact that they were contacted, but that also does not mean that they should have gone ahead.
That's what I'm saying. That the fact that they didn't say yes or no doesn't mean you should consider it.
The email, the Ghanaian mentality. When you send an email, you have to call the person. So I must send you email.
Call the landlord, call the neighbor, the brother. If you're in church with the guy, even better. Call the pastor, call somebody else around him. But you see, there's a bigger conversation around that. For me, I'm thinking maybe, Charlie, I'm here thinking, do you know the number of emails we've had that probably we are thinking it's a spam? And I said, we're here to reply and we are just
so true. So true.
Want to reach out there. Meanwhile, maybe the difference between
it's true.
Maybe the difference between you and Black Sherry playing shows is that you've not replied your own.
Email.
You never know.
That's true.
Maybe it's an awakening call.
That's a very good angle there because Ghana. No, listen. Sometimes I think it's the scam that happens online too then makes people want to.
You should have a team that takes care of stuff like that. You know, have a team that would.
In this economy, someone the economy.
But you see, this is the thing.
No, I'm saying that aside the big artists, regular people knows what I'm also saying.
Maybe in our space, everybody for chop. You know, we're saying that. Let's not look beyond.
Oh, that's true.
Everybody for chop. The musician.
Everybody for
chop.
Well, you mentioned we're supposed to get houses and stuff from this money. So there's a story here where a man who went on a spending spree, instead of alerting a commercial bank which accidentally credited his account with a huge sum of money, now he's been arrested. So he's a Nigerian man known as Alpha Rafiu, and he was arrested by the operatives of Kwara Police Command after he reportedly squandered 280 million naira. Now, according to news website reports, some sources who are familiar, with the case say that he, instead of notifying the bank, went on to do this transactions. He bought houses and cars among other things.
Wait, hold
traceable.
on. How much do you get?
So 280 million. I don't know how much that is in Ghana cedis though. 280 million naira.
Yeah. Let's finance.
Let's pick it up.
280 million, Abi?
Yeah, 280 million naira. So he just bought cars, he bought houses, and people on social media are saying, well, me account but then sometimes people just are hoping that people will do the right thing. You just notify the bank and tell them that I think this is a wrong transaction.
7.206967 million Ghana cedis, aka 7.2 million Ghana cedis.
But now the thing is, he won't be around to enjoy it because he's been arrested. I'm thinking the bank will probably sell it and so they can get the money back and give it to whoever they have to. They'll try
and get what is left of it.
Yeah.
In dollars is $607,000 US. So just to give you context.
Now,
so he took the money and he didn't run away to
can run away to where?
Abidjan and Sierra Leone and Sudan.
Let's start from scratch, just in case. So he's always me enjoy to kind of action. But anyways, so we've got a list out here. List of 10 African cities with the highest costs of living. And Ghana, of the first 10, and it's quite shocking.
Highest cost of living.
Yeah.
Oh no, the list is wrong. No, the list is wrong. No, the list is wrong because there are so many other places that have declared Ghana the number one most expensive city in Africa. So it cannot be true that Ghana is not on the list.
So they explained in the
so they're saying that they used user inputs and manually gathered data from reputable sources such as grocery websites, taxi company websites, websites run.
It depends on how much data you want.
This is not true because Ghana see our level of inflation.
No, the research so they're known as, I don't know how to is it Numbio or Numbio, I think. So they happen to be one of the world's most profound data and research platforms, and they created this methodology to compute the data to get to what they're getting. Now when we're looking at number one, we've got Douala, that's Cameroon, we've got Dakar, Senegal, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, Abidjan, Ivory Coast, Port Louis, I think it's said, Mauritius, and Harare, that's Zimbabwe, Johannesburg, South Africa, Lagos, Nigeria, Gaborone is Botswana, Pretoria, South Africa, Ghana, baby, like the first 10, and people are reacting. They're like, see the way our body they barbers in this country, and you're saying we are not in this list.
The level of inflation that is going on. No. And because we don't have proper taxing.
I think
we don't have metered taxis, so you can't really judge with that data.
But I think so because they're saying that they're looking at some websites, some grocery websites. How many Ghanaians do online shopping?
The data is wrong. The data is very wrong. Because Ghana has been declared the most expensive city.
Yeah, I think somewhere was it 2 years ago? 2 years ago or last year thereabout. We saw that story as well. People are like, yeah, we agree because things are not going so great here. So that story is happening on social media, and this one, where a determined schoolboy who identified himself as Abraham has been spotted learning and writing his notes with a street light in a viral TikTok video. Now we have the video to show. We've got an audio to play alongside as well, so our listeners can understand or really appreciate the gravity of the story. So the class, 5 people, disclosed that he had to move from his parents' residence to study with a street light because they had no electricity. Now, when asked who he lives with, the youngster claimed he was under the care of his mother and father. Now, the video, which is already rating like over 314,000 views, 38,000 reactions, and like more than 600 comments, because people sort of feel a certain way towards, the video right there. Is audio ready? Okay,
today's show Angazangaza is Charlie.
Touch emotional.
Just be grateful for
where you
we are not saying get comfortable. We are not saying don't go out there and make exploits. No, we dey talk say just be grateful. Cause Charlie, we dey type so good.
Who do you live with? How are you?
Yes, I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Abraham.
Abraham. So why do you study here?
Because we don't have light.
You don't have light at all. Is it light off or you don't have light at all?
At all.
You don't have at all. So every night you learn like this? Every day? So what are you doing now? Is it your homework? So what are you doing? What are you learning right now?
I'm learning. We have a note.
So you're copying your notes?
Yes, please.
What class?
Class 5.
Class 5. So who do you live with here? Who do you live with here?
My mother.
Your mother?
Yes. My father.
Your father?
Yes.
Are they inside?
Yes.
So they know you are learning here?
Yes.
Learn hard, yeah? Never give up in life. What do you want to become in future?
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, our year came on.
no. It's a sad situation, and some of these things, it's become a norm that you get to see somebody or whoever discovered the child. People go like, oh, share link, GoFundMe link,
people have actually already started, or
send a more money number. It's all well and good. The intention is great. But for me, there is a bigger conversation. There is a problem, systemic failure. There is a problem. There are hundreds of this type out there.
Constantly, and they are very smart, very intelligent boys
You'll be
and girls.
shocked how far they go if they get the needed support system. I mean, it's like you're thinking if they fix all this tomorrow, there'll be no message for politicians the next day. So sometimes you're tempted to believe that they deliberately do this. But again, that will be being unfair to them. But you can't help it. It's crazy out there, guys.
Crazy.
It is.
Well, finally, before I go.
Yeah, just like that, we've moved on. That's situation.
Life,
I'm sorry, but you see, it's the fact.
You know, sometimes when I'm sharing this, I don't know how to move on because then I'm like, okay, so we're done with this one. We have to wrap up and go somewhere else.
Turn by turn.
Oh,
like this one.
So there's a gentleman getting married in Ghana who was in the process of getting married, and he got guests screaming at the ceremony because he did not remember his wife's to be's full name. And you know when the priests, the stuff for the vows, they go like, full, that side.
So mention a full name.
I'll say Abigail. I think he was trying to remember, but he still didn't remember. So let's play the audio. They roasted him.
Abigail. You know what? Abigail. You know what?
Share the link. Obi mpa from you. Entina when pastor Akorfa say, "Nyame be you we free amanehunu mu a."
Amanehunu.
Oh, you understand? Wow.
No, but he ended up apologizing. He still didn't remember the name.
Apologize to who?
To the bride. No, to the people around.
No, he's targeting the wrong people.
No,
apologize to us.
By the way,
the wife to be didn't look bothered.
If you want to see the video, please check out our Facebook page right now, 3FM 927, and then you will see. No.
Let me take one for my brother.
At some point, he knew he had messed up.
Let me take one for my brother.
But people reacted on social media.
I think he genuinely forgot the name because the name was one of those heavy loaded names.
Okay, like what?
Yeah, so but blue. So like he was warming up. Meji Biamano.
What's we are seeing me out by? What's the sardine?
Meji Biamano. And yes, so you born or the Madino. You didn't want to destroy the father's name. It's Abigail. Because the next thing should be CD. Bounce I need your A B Z B D Q R S C. Consonants. So
let's listen again.
Oh, why you like this?
Abigail. Abigail. You know what?
No, but like I did it, like MC Balls and
Jesus. Not that Abigail.
The enemies get down.
But you see, at some point he froze.
But I like the way he handled it though.
Balls and Jesus.
No, you do not have
but he actually he no get come back.
So no,
the comeback would have been my last name because I'm marrying her.
Exactly.
My comeback
that's what I thought
would be my last name.
No.
So when I say Akorfa,
No,
no, that's the thing. So you make
forget.
You make light of the situation.
So Akorfa, my love. Your name doesn't matter because now you're about to be Caleb.
Exactly. So Akorfa Caleb because you say me Gino, my Warren.
Simple. Like I said, and that's what I said. Oh,
I'm a producer.
Associate is ni.
The brother for recover.
But you know the last name that only matters is mine. So
you understand?
That's it.
You understand?
Smooth
sailor. Smooth operator.
Anyway, that's it, guys.
Abigail. Play another Abigail. Thank you, Akorfa, for coming. You can leave us now with Abigail.
Abigail. Abigail. You know what? Abigail. You know what? Abigail.